Hey folks, this is Vince with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly check out Passing By, a Tailwind Journey. This is a game that released on Steam and the Nintendo Store on March 12th, 2024 for about $10. So what is this game all about? Well, it says here, take to the skies in your balloon ship and explore a colorful world of floating islands. Befriend fellow travelers and quirky islanders, use your wits to solve immersive puzzles, and gather resources to continue your journey towards an unknown destination. If we scroll further down, you can kind of learn more about it. It's set in a beautiful and whimsical world of floating islands. It allows you to embark on a memorable voyage as Curly, a young balloonist who is tasked with delivering a mysterious letter. And it goes on to further say that it's a 2D puzzle platformer, survival game, and adventure game, and you can explore the world at your own leisure. So it's fairly casual in the way it's supposed to play. It also won some awards off to the right-hand side. Winner of the Young Talent Award, Best Prototype, winner of the Ubisoft Newcomer Award, and finally honorable mention at the Creative Gaming Awards of the Play 21 Festival. You can read all about this on the actual Steam store page if you want to check it out. There's also some key features mentioned here in case you get lost, but again, it kind of highlights everything that I already mentioned. You're going to be exploring crafted levels across various colorful biomes. You're going to be meeting various inhabitants and forming friendships, solving unique puzzles and finding ancient secrets, customizing your balloon ship with different attachments and the like, different designs, discover whimsical details presented in a beautiful 2D low poly art style, and of course there's an atmospheric, fully dynamic score. So let's go ahead and jump into the game now and see how it actually plays. Alright, so here we are in the main menu. Before we go any further, it's worth mentioning that this is a sponsored video, meaning that I was paid to cover this game, so I'm not going to review it, but I will play it. And if you like what you see here, I'll include some links in the below description so you could possibly buy the game for yourself. So here's a quick look at the options menu. As you can see, it's fairly simple. There's music sliders, sound sliders, full screen toggle, V-Sync, zoom sensitivity, and so on. There's also a controls tab. Again, this is supposed to be a very casual, cozy 2D platformer of sorts. So, the controls don't seem to be all that difficult, but you can see them all right here, which is great. All right, let's go ahead and hit Start New Journey so we can see what this game is all about. Alright, so apparently we are at home at the moment. A hare? No, too small. A bunny then. And that one over there looks like... Oh, I know, a flower. Could be a daisy. Ah, there's a big one coming. Alright, focus. What could it be? Some kind of vehicle? A hot air balloon maybe? Or a ship? Hard to tell. It's moving pretty fast. On second thought, that doesn't look like a cloud at all. That's a real ship. It's going down. Better take cover. The description of the store page did say that we were going to be in a hot air balloon. I bet you it's going to be ours in a little bit. Postal greetings. I apologize for bursting in like that, but I ran low on fuel. Are you alright? That landing looked pretty rough. Oh well, I've had worse during my career, no worries. Sorry, what was your name again? I'm Curly. And you are? I'm Kato, veteran aeronaut and senior post officer. A pleasure to meet you. A legendary post officer, you must have a lot of stories to tell from your adventures. Oh, I sure do. Me and my beautiful Tailwind here have been traveling together for quite some time now. You should have seen me when I was still in my prime. I wasn't too different from you when I was younger, full of energy and fueled by a thirst for adventure. Alas, seeing that I have barely managed to land safely, I fear my heyday might be long past, but I still have a very special letter to deliver. I can't just stop here. What's so special about that letter? Unfortunately, I can't tell you that. Secrecy of correspondence and all that, Then again, that's an idea. I know we've barely met, but would you do me a tremendous favor and deliver this last letter for me? What? An adventure, Curly. I'm sending you on an adventure, following in my footsteps as a post officer. Me, a post officer? But you don't have to train for years to become one. And what about the uniform? Oh, the uniform is the easy part. Here, you can have my old bag and hat. I've kept them in pristine condition over 50 years. Ah, a real post officer satchel. It fits you well. Perfect for a post officer in training. Speaking of which, I should probably teach you how to handle the Tailwind. You're really handing the ship over to me? Of course, after all, what is a post officer without their ship? But first, you and I should probably fix the old lady. The landing did quite a number on her. All right, Junior Post Officer Curly reporting for training. What do I have to do? Since the ship runs on gas, it's imperative to always have a full gas bottle installed. One of those big metal bottles with the turquoise coating? I might have something like that laying around here. Once you've found it, just connect it to the gas tank inside the ship and return to me afterwards. Alright, so this is where the tutorial begins. Move with A and D. Let's go ahead and explore. Spacebar to jump. And it looks like you can climb up on things just by grabbing it. Oh, okay. That works. Grab with E. Well, I think that's the thing we're looking for. Let's go ahead and grab that. Pull it back. Great. Pick up. That's what we needed. Open inventory with tab. Ah, there we go. So we've got sandbags, a heavy sandbag. I can drop it if I need to gain height when airborne. There's some food, clothing, balloon stuffs, telescope, gas bottle, and some collections. Okay. Let's use this to get up here. Climb down. In the upper left-hand corner, it looks like we've actually got some small survival meters. We've got health, looks like temperature. We've got food and water. If the water looks clean enough to drink, I should probably replenish my supply. All right. Gather water. Drag item from inventory and drop it on the hotspot. Okay. There's a bottle. The drink button is not highlighted, so I'm guessing it's empty. So I guess we just drag it. There we go. And we can also swim. Oh, look at that. We've got an oxygen meter down here. And I picked up something. My guess is a design for the balloon. I love that blue plaid. I'm all about that blue plaid. I'm actually wearing a blue plaid shirt right now. We need to get up there. Ah, there we go. We can gather some food. So I have a feeling that's what this game is going to be about. We're going to be exploring various islands and getting resources so that we can survive. And from what I was reading, the game's difficulty gets harder as you play. More specifically, as you go up and down, you're going to be exploring this huge environment. And the more you go up or the more you go down in this environment, the harder the game gets, the more unforgiving the biomes get. So you need to sort of gather supplies in the middle of the map, I guess, like the middle row of the map. That way you can go up or down and deal with the more harsh environments. All right, so we're going to go ahead and go back onto the ship. And it says insert item, drag item from inventory, and drag onto hotspot. So I think we have that canister here. If we just drag it there. There we go. Well done, Curly. You've refueled the Tailwind. I see you've also managed to gather some snacks and water. Looks like you're well prepared for your big adventure. Thus, I declare your training as Junior Post Officer successfully completed. What about flying lessons? Oh, it's just a piece of cake. Just take this guidebook. Inside, you'll find everything you need to know. A guidebook? This is all you're giving me. Don't worry, Curly. You'll figure out everything in due time. That's also part of the adventure. Just let things happen to you. That sounds to be a bit reckless. Yeah, I agree. It may be scary at first, but sometimes it's best to learn while doing. Oh, speaking of which, you still need the most important item of all, right? I present you with this extremely important letter. Okay, there's no address. To whom should I deliver the letter? How shall I find its recipient? Once you find them, you'll surely recognize them. The mystery is part of the journey. Now, what's that frowny face all of a sudden? Weren't you excited to become a post officer only minutes ago? I'm excited, the sky, the tailwind, seeing the world, but once I leave, I can never come back. Who wouldn't be scared by that? Ah, the west wind, it's true. It can be daring to always be pushed further with no option of return. I too had my doubts when I first set out, but soon the tailwind became my home, and the people I met along the way became my family. The adventures and the company I found were more than worth the risk of taking to the skies. I spent all my life on this tiny island. Maybe it's really time to wander out into the world, or better, fly. Spoken like a true post officer. All right, so it looks like we're going to be climbing into the belly of the tailwind and hoisting the anchor. All right, let's go ahead and climb up in here. There's a little down arrow. There we go. And a little switch. Take off. Off we go. What a charming little game. Zoom, scroll up, and scroll down. Oh, there we go. Wow. So that was liftoff, and that means I'm officially a balloonist now. How do you even steer, and how do you land it? I better look at the manual. All right, this section is about the burner. Okay. So it looks like you get your guidebook, and you can read more about it. Turn up the heat if you want the tailwind to rise. The higher the level, the faster you ascend. Turn down the heat to vent air if you want it to sink. Okay, makes sense to me. All right, now how do you turn left and right? All right, so we can zoom in and out with the mouse wheel. Now here's the thing, there's that. Now there's some land there, there's land over there. I'd like to go left and right if I can. Is that a thing? Is there like a little wheel? Well, let's use that. Well, something's happening. Ah, we are going up. Now, it looks like there's some other switches up here. Maybe we should take a look at that real quick. I'm slowly getting the hang of this. Now what else? This is what the sales section says. Ah, so this is for speed. You can switch between 3 settings. No speed, half speed, and full speed. Remember, due to the west wind, the ship will always be moving, even if the sail... Okay, so there's no going left or right. We're always going to be heading in one direction. Okay. No time like the present. Let's go up. We'll use that and adjust the sail. There's a little switch there. Okay. I'm slowly getting the hang of this. Alright, the Tailwind can be upgraded with a variety of balloon attachments. To install an attachment, simply drag it into the gear slot of the balloon tab. Remember, the attachments will be placed on various different locations across the balloon. Okay. I'll give it a try right away. Let's attach it to the observation deck. Alright, so there's this. There's the balloon. Alright, so about the telescope. The telescope is a utility attachment. Install it to scout out faraway islands. Simply interact with the telescope to enter telescope mode. In telescope mode, time will slow and you can select any island in reach for further investigation. Well, that's convenient. Alright, so let's go up there and take a look at the telescope. Select an island. I guess that one? Well, there's trees. Does that mean food, possibly? Well, that's it. Okay, so not a whole lot there. Cancel to escape. Okay. Alright, a section about your bunk. If you want to save your game, you can do so by using the hammock. Passing by also supports an autosave feature. Oh, that's good. Reminder, don't turn off your system when autosave icon is being displayed. We should probably do that. To be honest, reading that much has tired me out. Perhaps I should take a quick nap. Probably for the best. Luckily, there's no fall damage from the looks of it. My cozy new bunk. It's like a dream come true. Alright, there's that little save icon down there. Alright, what's next? The last section of the manual is dedicated to the anchor. To cast the anchor, pull the lever. Time will slow as you're entering anchor mode. Once you've confirmed your landing spot, the Tailwind will land automatically. Alright. So I see. Select. So even though the islands look like they're in the background, you can use the anchor to select which one you want to land on. That's interesting. let's head to... I mean, it looks like a bench down there. Let's try this one real quick. Ah, there we go. And that was the final page of the manual. Looks like that everything is there. That is everything there is to know about the balloonist lifestyle. Well, that means I'm ready to the journey ahead. Time to deliver this mysterious letter. Okay. Well, so that seems to be the gameplay loop. We're going to be going to various islands. We're going to be collecting resources, making sure we've got enough food and water. From my understanding, like I said, these are the easier islands. We'll be able to get resources fairly easily from these islands. And then over time, we will gain materials in order to improve ourselves, clothing, for example, so that we can withstand the harsher biomes and go further up and further down. All right, so it looks like we got everything there as far as I can tell. Let's go ahead and get... Yep, we'll just take back off. And we'll land somewhere else. Oh, I forgot about the design thing. Can I change this? Oh, look at that. Oh, that's perfect. I like that. Yes, absolutely. I'm just going to land at every single one, because why not? I mean, why wouldn't you? So I gotta say, like, again, first impressions wise, this game is, it's an exploration 2D puzzler. I'm really enjoying it so far. I like the exploration, and what really attracts me is the survival mechanic. Um, I'm curious to know what other things we're going to get later on. If I click on this, oh, I can just eat it. Okay. And you can see my bar in the upper left filling up. Okay, same with the water. Okay, it looks like we're full. Great. We're going to need resupplied at some point. So it looks like we'll possibly be taking health damage because we're picking up these med kits too. And that's all from this location. I have a feeling that some of these islands are going to be a bit more complicated in nature, but I also don't want to spoil too much because it seems like the main idea of this game is all about exploration, and I don't want to spoil that for you too much. So it's probably for the best that we don't go too far ahead. There's some trees down there. We'll check that one out. I also like that you can kind of take this game at your own pace. Although I'm a little concerned that, if you do have food and water concerns, that if you do take too long to do things, your character might suffer damage or possibly worse, die. Obviously, I haven't gotten that far into the game yet to really see that, but, that is a concern. So it looks like you are still up against the clock in some way. But it looks like resources seem to be fairly abundant. I'm finding apples and other foods almost on every island, which is great. I just need to find a good supply of water now, and I'm good to go. And it looks like you're always traveling in one direction, so it's not like you have to really worry about, have I been here already? Do I have to go back to the left and go back to these places, or have I been there? It doesn't seem like that's the case. You just keep going to the right, and whatever new stuff you find is what you find. What is that up there? Let's check that out. And I have a feeling this isn't going to be it either, because over here to the left, it looks like I can showcase all the wonderful souvenirs from my journey. I can't wait for my collection to grow. So yeah, we'll be finding things in the environment as we go. This game partially reminds me of Spiritfarer, another game I absolutely loved. Ooh, is this a puzzle? Oh, it's just a sandbag of sorts. It says 14 on it. Oh, we got more of those. Either that's just a decoration, or that means something. I don't know what. Doesn't seem like we can interact with it, though. Alright, off we go. Alright, zooming out. I don't see a whole lot of things. There's a large island up there. We're going to have to go up in order to see it, though. So let's go ahead and practice what we learned. Let's go ahead and increase the heat. Here we go. And we should probably increase speed while we're at it too. It's getting increasingly warm around here. I need to stay hydrated. I don't want to risk getting dizzy. Oh, look at that. You can see in the upper left-hand corner that temperature is going up. So, yeah, we need to stay hydrated. Okay, so I think we're sufficiently good. This looks like a major island here. Alright, let's continue going straight. And now let's explore this island. It looks like a lighthouse. Alright, let's check it out. I haven't found an island with a whole bunch of water yet. Oh, Fair Island. So it looks like some of these islands will just be one-offs, and other ones will actually be important and part of the story. And it looks like there's a character here that we can talk to. And again, I'm trying really hard not to spoil too much. But we'll go ahead and talk to this person. Ahoy, mate. And here I thought me was the only buccaneer being stranded on this wind-forsaken island. Come here, kid. Show me your face. Who are you? Ahoy to you too. My name's Curly and I'm a mail carrier. Greetings, Curly. I, for one, am Captain Claire, the cunning, huntress of the hurricanes, wanderer of the whirlwinds, and tamer of typhoons. And most recently, also a victim of the vanished light. Are ye yet another casualty of that blasted broken lighthouse? The lighthouse is broken? Aye, the light vanished in the middle of the great storm a fortnight ago and stranded me here. 'Tis only thanks to me trusted Celeste that I'll be still alive. This wreck is your ship? I can hardly believe you survived the crash. Be wary of your tongue, kid. She is still a lady after all, and deserves being treated with respect. Even though the bloody storm tore her sails to shreds and the ship's wheel be nae good anymore, methinks I'll be marooned here for the time being. It's a shame, me Celeste sharing the same fate as her sister Seal. Me cannot bear thinking of both of them being stranded forever. Trying to read Pirate is not easy. You could always come with me if you want to, Captain. There's enough space for both of us on the Tailwind. I cannot give up and leave me most loyal frigate here to die an old Rick's death. She deserves better. But if you're keen on helping me out, I might have a task for you. You are a mail carrier after all, are you not? I must ask that you make a delivery for me. Alright, methinks that the storm carried the Celeste sail to the other side of the isle. If you happen to find a replacement for my ship's wheel while you're wandering around, me wouldn't mind either. Oh my god, pirate. Captain's honor demands that me reward ye for ye troubles, of course. Aye, half of me loot will do. Well, I was going to look around the recipient of this letter anyway. I might as well check for a sail and a ship's wheel on my way. I love that quest items are actually highlighted so you can clearly know what you're looking for. And I think here we're going to stop because, again, I don't want to spoil the story any more than I already have. Again, you're going to be meeting new characters, you're going to be finding new things, and that's going to be part of the journey, so it's probably for the best. But there you go, folks. That was Passing By a Tailwind Journey. Again, I put links in the below description for you if you want to check out the game for yourself. And again, the game is roughly $10 right now, which isn't too bad. So take a look. This is Vince. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you all next time. Take care.